The Raiders have won 3 in a row. After losing to the Colts, bottoming out, they've turned it around, 3 straight victories. The black hole will take over SoFi Stadium tonight, and the only real question for the Rams is whether or not they can get Baker Mayfield sufficiently ready to play. I don't think it matters because unless they also claimed 5 new offensive linemen on waivers this week that I didn't notice, Baker's not exactly going to have time to do whatever he's managed to learn how to do the past 2 days.
No, I would agree with that, right? We had a pretty long discussion about this yesterday. I mean, he has been in the West Coast offense, right? So like we talked about, there's going to be lots of similarities in the rules, and he's going to feel comfortable in some ways, but it's the next level stuff, the packaging of the plays. Wait, we did change the language from, not every West Coast offense is exactly the same as we discussed yesterday. Double slants could be Bengal, double slants could be Lion, right? It's just like it's all that stuff that you got to process and feel comfortable there, spit it out of your mouth. And then can you, understand why, hey, at the line of scrimmage we call 2 plays in the huddle? Do you know why we're going to that other play? It's all those little intricacies that are going to make it very difficult. But I think it speaks to how desperate they are, right now. The fact that they're even flirting with that idea, it does say something, and it does say that they're not giving up here. They're still trying to fight and win football games. I do give them respect for that. But yeah, they have too many issues with their football team right now, to think that Baker Mayfield coming there is going to translate into a few wins here down the stretch.
And I really wonder whether or not part of the motivation is to just get people to tune in and watch the game. That when you're 3-9 and you have no chance of making it to the postseason and you're dead in the water and it's over and you've got Thursday night football, you've got Monday night football after that, you've got Christmas Day game between the Rams and the Broncos at SoFi Stadium, where they were encouraging season ticket holders last week to donate their tickets to charity instead of just not using them and having the place empty on Christmas Day, because who would go to that game on Christmas Day now? Broncos-Rams. I just feel like there's a certain element of, are you not entertained? We're on TV. We have to do something to make people interested. This is interesting. This is the most interesting thing. What tricks you got up your sleeves right now, Sean McVay? How about Baker Mayfield 2 days after he stepped off a plane and for the first time joined the team? I feel like there's an element of that, and I think the league office probably likes that because, Chris, it makes the game a little more interesting for me. I assume it has that same effect on anyone else out there who's at least in a position to choose what to do tonight. You and I don't have a choice. People who don't do this for a living can choose to do something else. It's the Christmas season. You can watch Elf. You can watch Bad Santa. You can watch It's a Wonderful Life. You can just turn off the TV and be with your family. You've got other choices tonight. Having Baker Mayfield play for the Rams at least makes that game a little more enticing to watch if you have nothing else or anything else, as the case may be, slight difference, that you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying. Do I think that might have been part of it? Did the league nudge them a little bit? Maybe. I wouldn't be like shocked if that happened. But I also think it accomplishes a lot of other things for their football team too, where it made sense for them. And I know we hit on a lot of this yesterday, but hey, Stafford is getting up there. Stafford is beat up more than your normal 33, 34-year-old quarterback. He's taken a beating throughout his career, and we've seen the last 2 years. It's a litany of injuries he's dealt with. So that's where it protects you. You get a head start on Baker Mayfield, and maybe he gets to a place, and instead of trying to strike it rich for every dollar he can in free agency to most likely be a backup somewhere. Maybe now he gets a chance to say, hey, this ain't that bad to be the backup here. And this team, McVay, they're smart, and I believe they'll get it together, and hopefully that can revive my career if I get a chance next year when Matthew Stafford's banged up. So I think it makes sense for them as an organization.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.